Hi everyone, welcome back to this new vlog. Before we get started, I just put this shirt on and this bandana and it kind of reminds me of this guy. Anyways, it's kind of weird weather today. It's 23 degrees, that's what, 80 something Fahrenheit. But it was raining earlier, so it's too warm to wear a hoodie, but then it is dress weather. I guess I could wear a dress. But I was, you know what, I just got back from an appointment and now I'm back home, and in about an hour, I'm not wearing my watch. My Apple Watch is charging actually at 9% and I was like, oh darn, because I try and walk as much as possible to get my steps and to lose some weight, but it's charging now, and in about an hour and a half, I'm meeting a friend of mine I haven't seen in a while, a friend from college, and we're gonna go for a drink, so I'm really excited for that. But I'm still home. I just freshened up. I wanted to take a shower, but I was, you know what, I'll just freshen up, put something else on, and instead of like, because I like to get home, put my PJs on, you know, like a pair of shorts and a hoodie. So it's like, okay, I have like an hour and a half to kill. What do I do? And I was like, you know what, I'm making a new vlog, because last vlog, hi Pepsi, she's staring at me. Pepsi, hey, mee wandelen. Gonna come for a walk later and have a drink, a beer, wine. Last vlog I talked about the fact that we're going to Orlando, and in this vlog I wanted to talk about Orlando and our planning, some tips and tricks, how we're experiencing everything, how we're planning it. I'm very excited. I know Emma is. I'm a bit extra when it comes to planning. Emma's excited to go and I'm excited to go, but I'm the one who's on Disney website every day, Universal, who's looking for, you know, who's looking at other vloggers the entire time. I've been watching some YouTube, some vloggers, some theme park vloggers who are based in Orlando for a couple of years now before I went. For my first trip, that was very British, for my first trip back in 2016, and I'm still watching them as of today. They're living the life, you know. Well, I mean, everyone, you know, you never know like how exciting someone's life is behind cameras, but I mean, living in Orlando and being able to go to the parks sounds cool, although you might get tired of it after a while, who knows. Anyways, so last vlog I talked about the fact that I went to renew my passport. I went to renew my passport. I did that. I should be able to go and get it Wednesday, which is in 2 days, or Monday the 16th of May today. So I'm expecting to get an email or a text one of these days. And I also got back from the bank, but insurance wise, I have some bad news, because our trip is less than 30 days away, because we booked it so last minute and got the insurance so last minute. I was not able to get a cancellation insurance, knock on wood. I do have a travel insurance, but especially with COVID, you know, you still have to get tested, because we're not American citizens. We don't live in the US. So we can't just hop on a plane, we still have to get tested, even though I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. Come. So it's a bit scary, so, you know, I'm very anxious about stuff like that. So I'm a list person. I make lists, PowerPoints or keynotes, pages, Word, whatever, and I made a document to talk about, okay, to like break down, okay, what, because I did look at the cancellation policy, and for example, I know we have a trip booked and you can cancel that the day before until like 6 p.m. So that's like, you know, you get a full refund. And then on another website we booked some tickets, they have this 365-day refund, where if you didn't use the tickets yet, which, I mean, yeah, that's normal. If you didn't use the tickets yet, you also get a refund, and then there's like a partial refund where you get like all the money back, but you have to like pay the 5%, but yeah. So I was a bit concerned about that. I still am, you know. You never know what happens in terms of COVID. I try to be as safe as possible, but safe or not safe, like you never know, anything might happen, or not even COVID. So, but I'm not trying to let that ruin the whole planning too much. Yeah, it's very gray today. It looks like it's gonna rain again. I'm not sure, but yes, the planning. So, this is not gonna be a 30-minute video where you see me in my garden yelling at Pepsi every now and then. Hi, Pepsi. Exactly. I will take over my computer and I will show you some of the things that we have planned, as well. So, but this is kind of an intro to say like, okay, this is what we're gonna do and this is what we have planned, etc., etc. So, I have written down some stuff because my memory sometimes, about things we have planned, for our upcoming trip in June. Our flight's booked. We are flying, on our way back from Orlando. We are flying, we have a stop, so we fly Orlando and then Orlando, Atlanta, and I'm really excited, because Atlanta, I think in terms of, I'm not sure in terms of size, but in terms of passengers, it's the biggest airport in the United States, even like the third biggest in the world. So I'm really excited as an aviation geek, to be flying to Atlanta. Okay, so let's see, in terms of size or passengers, how big Atlanta Airport is. ATL, airports, okay, let's see. So, yeah, read more, continue. Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Hartsfield Jackson International is again the world's busiest airport. The world's busiest. I thought that was like Singapore or Beijing, or maybe even Doha. Again, the U.S. airport was knocked off number one. Okay. I mean, I knew it was the busiest in the United States, but in the world? I'm just curious in terms of like size, because I know it's it's the busiest, but I thought in terms of size, I thought like Chicago was the biggest. Dallas Fort Worth is the second biggest airport. Okay, biggest airport in terms of size. Let's see in the U.S. I think it's Chicago, Denver, largest U.S. airport by size, covering the service. So apparently it's the biggest, in terms of size. In terms of size, it's Denver. I never heard of Denver. I thought Chicago was somewhere in the list, but apparently it's the world's busiest. I thought that was, I know that Singapore is pretty busy, Beijing, I think Doha. Well, good to know, but I don't know how trustworthy these facts are. But yeah, so I'm really excited to fly, to Atlanta, and I think we have 3 hours for our connecting flight, so I hope I can like walk around a bit more and then maybe make a vlog. I'm not sure how many terminals there are, where we're gonna land and stuff, but I'm really excited about that. A friend of mine, she went, from I think Amsterdam to Atlanta to Puerto Rico. No, not Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, and she also went to Atlanta. She was like, it's so big there. So yeah, that's really exciting, for our upcoming trip. And then, we have our hotels booked. I normally book my hotel and then I book my flights, and usually I book my flights towards some sort of website like a Skyscanner or Cheap Tickets or Kayak or Kiwi. I think even, like, I don't know how many there are, but there's so many. I usually book it there unless I'm going to Dublin to go and see Emma. I book straight through the Ryanair or the Aer Lingus app. But in this case, we found the website, UK/Ireland based website, where they do like, packages. So we have our, hotel booked and our flight, in one. So our hotel is booked as well. It's a Universal Partner Hotel. It's not officially a Universal Hotel. It's Universal Partner Hotel, and it's got a view. You have a big pool, and it's got a view, of Volcano Bay, the actual volcano. So that is really exciting. Okay, something else I want to show you is, the type of aircraft we're going to be flying with. I don't think I've ever flown with this type of aircraft, but it's a A330-300 I will look for an example online. Let's go for Delta. And it's especially the configuration that's really cool because mostly with long haul flights, 343. But here, as you can see, like in this picture, you can see it's 242. Oh, this is 3. Well, the flight, yeah, so see, this is the type of plane that we are supposed to be flying with. It's 242. So that's pretty cool because on the way back, we will be sitting, just the two of us. On the way there, Emma booked, she paid extra to be sure that we would be seated together. But we might also be seated like in the middle. But if you're flying with two people, it's handy because you know it's more private and it's more fun. I don't think I've ever flown Amsterdam. Oh, Boston, yeah, right. Okay, I thought it was Orlando. Um, but I'm really excited for it, and I hope the way there will also be seated at 242. But so yeah, as you can see, so that's really exciting. Never flown with it before. So yeah, our flights booked, our hotels booked. We booked our tickets. We didn't book our Disney tickets directly through the Disney World website because I remember when I went in 2016, we were planning on doing hi baby. We were planning on doing all the parks every single day, at least one park, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and so on. And we only wanted to go one day with a park hopper. So then technically you can do 4 parks in one day, but that, you know, you also want like some quality, as in you want to not be able to, oh, I've been to all the parks. You also want to be able to see something and do, like, I don't want to just walk through it. I want to like take it all in, especially Pandora and Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But we couldn't, so we were planning on booking one park with park hopper and then do 2 parks. And my favorite personally is Hollywood Studios because back when I went, they had Toy Story Mania, but they didn't have Toy Story Land yet. So they didn't have Alien Swirling Saucers, they didn't have Slinky Dog Dash, and they had the Star Tours, the Adventures Continue, but they didn't have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And now they have Rise of the Resistance and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. They didn't have that back then. So I feel I'm a huge Toy Story and a huge Star Wars fan. So in terms of that, it's my absolute favorite park. Last time I've been, there's not been anything new in Magic Kingdom, so I would definitely went and picked Animal Kingdom since Pandora is located there and it looks magnificent. I saw Avatar a couple of years ago, and yesterday I watched it with my mom and it's so good. I watched the trailer. The second one, Avatar Ways of Water, is coming out in December 2022, so I would have gone for these parks. But I feel like if for Emma it's her first time in in Disney World, Walt Disney World Resort, so I feel for your first time you kind of have to do Magic Kingdom since it's like the classic park. So we couldn't book through the Disney website. I will show you, maybe I can show you why. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the Walt Disney World website. I think it directs me immediately to the EU one, so waltdisneyworld.com.eu. Let's see. Okay, yeah, read more. Okay, agree. There we go. See? .eu. Okay, this is the one. So yeah, there's no .us unless you have like an IP, like a VPN, Vanish, IP Vanish, whatever. I don't think it's legal though. So yeah, tickets, accept all. So if you scroll down, as you can see, it says to from 120 euros. And then you have a time window of 4 days, June, see, 1 through 4. So yeah, so Swore Parks, read your ticket. Yeah, so 2 tickets from 120 euros. I can't see 1 day, so that's why we booked our tickets through another website. I mean, we are going to go 2 days, but we were planning on doing only 1 day. And if you only want to do 1 day, apparently that's only possible if you book through the US website. So yeah, only 2 days. So as I just said, we decided to not go just 1 day, but 2 days, and we booked our tickets through like another website that offers, that even offers a discount. So what we got, so today, today's vlog is about the fact that, you know, I said, oh, we're going to Orlando, and I'm gonna talk about it again, but like tips and tricks and talk more in depth. That's a difficult word for me as a non-native English speaker, in depth of what we're gonna do. So we booked our tickets through another website that offered a discount, and we got 2 days. And you could choose between like a 4-day window, let's say the 1st until like the 4th of June, 4th, 8th, like 5th, 9th, 10th, 14th. So we got a window where we have, just gonna say random date, where you have 10, 11, 12, and 13th of June. I can't do that. That's weird. So 10, 11, 12, 13th of June, and then one of these days you can go the 13th and the 11th, or the 10th and the 11th. So that's how it works. And we got Park Hopper. So I made reservations for the first day we're going to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the second day to Magic Kingdom. I wanted to start with Magic Kingdom because I feel like that's the park I started and ended with, and I feel like that's the park where most people start with, because that was the first park, and that's like the most Disney-ish theme park because Cinderella's castle is there. But I got a tip from a cast member who works back at Walt Disney World Resort, and who gave me tips and said, I feel like there's a lot of people who they arrive at the resorts and they check in on Sunday, and then on Monday they decide to go to Magic Kingdom. And the days we're going is a Monday and a Tuesday. So I was like, okay, if Monday is supposed to be the busiest day of Magic Kingdom, let's not go and do Disney's Hollywood Studios. And then I booked for Tuesday for Magic Kingdom. And then I also heard that, well, obviously weekends are more crowded than weekdays. And I think for Epcot, Friday was the busiest in the weekdays. I'm not sure, but I got the tip, like, don't go to Magic Kingdom on a Monday. That's the tip I got. That's a cast member that told me, like, listen, I feel like those are the busiest days. I haven't been, so don't take my word for it. I have not been. I don't know back in 2016 what days I went. I know that I went from the 6th until the 16th of June, I think it was. I have a good memory when it comes to dates of holidays, but don't ask me if it was a Monday or Tuesday. So I can only tell you what the cast member told me, is that Monday is the busiest day to go to Magic Kingdom. And then it's either up to us to be like, you can park hop. So when it comes to Park Hopper, if you have questions about Park Hopper, there's a lot. You know, a lot of theme parks, you buy tickets and you go, but Walt Disney World Resort, there's always a lot. There's a lot of information to progress and stuff. So we got our tickets booked for a Monday and a Tuesday. Monday, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Tuesday, Magic Kingdom. And we got the Park Hopper. And Park Hopper, technically, what does Park Hopper mean? It means you can hop to another park, take the monorail, take the bus, take whatever you can. Take your own car, whatever you can take, and then you can hop to another park. Let's say, but you can only do it after 2 p.m. So let's say going to Magic Kingdom, and you're going there, it opens at 8 a.m. So let's say you're there at 8 a.m., you're doing a rope drop, another term. I don't want to get into rope drop too much. I feel like there's different videos about people explaining what rope drop means. I'm not really familiar with that term either, but from what I've heard, rope drop, what it means is that you arrive at the park before it opens. There's a big crowd. Like, I've seen it on Facebook groups where people are like, oh, there's so many people, but what do you expect if the gates are closed and everyone is rope dropping? So I think basically what they're saying is rope drop is when you arrive to the park, the gates haven't opened, and then the gates are open, you go to your first attraction, go to Haunted Mansion, or wherever you want to go first. That's rope drop. That's what I've read that it means. So where was I? So let's say you're there at 8 a.m. before you want to rope drop, you get into the park, you do your stuff, and then 6 hours later, 2 p.m. 8 to 2 p.m. is 6 hours, right? Yes. Wow. And then 6 hours later, you decide, you know what? It's 2 p.m. Let's go to another park. Let's say Magic Kingdom, Disney's Hollywood Studios. You can only park hop, like I said before, you can hop if you want, but hopping to another park, you can only do it after 2 p.m. You can then hop back to your original park, but you can only hop after 2 p.m., not before. So Emma and I have booked on Monday Disney's Hollywood Studios, on Tuesday Magic Kingdom, and it's up to us whether we're going to do Animal Kingdom on the Monday or Tuesday, or Epcot on the Monday or Tuesday. In Animal Kingdom, I really want to see Pandora's World of Avatar, Pandora, and in Epcot, there's a virtual queue, so it's going to be really difficult. But Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind has opened. They're now doing a standby line. A standby line means, I'm using a lot of terms, sorry for that, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. But technically, a standby line means you go there, you see it's a 60-minute wait, and you go wait in line. That's a standby line. Cosmic Rewind, it's the same as Rise of the Resistance back in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge did. You go on the app and you try and book. I think you can do it from 7 a.m. in the morning, and you try and book a slot. And you get a boarding group 1, 2, 3, and they tell you, okay, you're boarding group 1, and you can come between 10 in the morning and 12 p.m. And within that time frame you have to come, but sometimes you can also cancel your boarding group. So whenever you have a boarding group, you're not sure that you're getting in. I'm not gonna say it means nothing, but there's a chance you might not get in. So that's what they're doing with Cosmic Rewind. They're doing boarding groups, and there's so many videos of vloggers that put videos of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind on YouTube, and I am trying not to watch because I want to keep this secret. I hope we can go, but I've also been thinking they are doing an individual lightning lane. So here we are back to another term. What is an individual lightning lane? An individual lightning lane means that they have that in place for attractions that are really popular. Back in Magic Kingdom, they're doing that for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Space Mountain. They're doing it in Epcot, I think, for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and Frozen. But right now, Frozen is also part of the Disney Genie Plus. I will talk about Disney Genie Plus later. So basically, with an individual lightning lane, you pay a certain amount and you're sure to get in. I'm not really sure what it is for Space Mountain and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but I think Ratatouille Adventure back in Epcot is $8, so you pay $8 per person to ride that attraction. And I've read that for Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, they're gonna ask $15, and that's what Disney's been doing. They used to have this thing called Fast Pass. Now they have Disney Genie Plus. I will talk about that later. But basically, Fast Pass, you go up to the ticket booth, you get a pass. It says, oh, you can do other stuff while you're in the park, and it says come back between this and this time, and you come back and you can just you still have to wait in line, but not like an hour or 2 hours sometimes. So now it means that you have to pay $15, and I'm really mad at Disney, but a part of me also wants to pay $30 so that the two of us can do that attraction. But anyways, we have booked our tickets, and we have reservations for Disney's Hollywood Studios and for Magic Kingdom. So we just still have to wait to see what park we're going to park up. Enough about Disney tickets. I know we're foolish because we leave in about 3 weeks, but we have not yet booked our Universal tickets. We're also gonna do it through another agency, another website. I booked with them a couple of years ago, and they're really trustworthy. They also give you actual tickets, so it's really nice. But Universal doesn't require reservations like Disney does, so I'm kind of less in a hurry, but I know I should be. Enough about tickets. There are next thing we have planned, I've already done it as well, is get a day. We're gonna do a day trip to Miami. I've been to Miami already back in 2016 again. I've only seen South Beach, and I forgot the name, but it was like a shopping complex, and we went to this really good Cuban restaurant. And if we're back, I really want to take Emma there. And we also have a day trip to Everglades planned, which I'm really excited about because I do love alligators. They're my favorite animals. And just gonna do an airboat ride. A few years ago, I was really only a few feet, like maybe this 2-3 feet away from an actual alligator, and it's really nice to see. Before that, my whole obsession with the United States, started with alligators back in Florida, and it's nice to see an animal in its natural habitat, because that's like, part of me loves to go to a zoo, but it has to be a zoo that does something for the animals. Back in Animal Kingdom, you know, the conservation station, you know, you have if you go to attraction and entertainment, they say okapis, Disney animals, elephants, Disney animals, and they talk about it, and they talk about what they're doing, you know, you know, what they're doing to try and save, you know, there's the ivory, the illegal hunting and the poaching of elephants. So it's really important to me that a zoo does more than just take a visitor's money and then clean out, you know, where the animals live. So that's really important to me. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to see an animal in its natural environment instead of locked in a cage. Next up, what I haven't done and what I'm really excited about, if you have tips for me, because it's still an enclosed space, but it seems pretty big. I don't know exactly how many acres, but I really want to go to Gatorland. I saw a vlog the other day where someone and his friend went to Gatorland, and it seemed like an incredible experience. That person went a couple of times, and I think for $5 he got like a fishing hook with like chicken on it, and then the gators jump out of the water. It's not in their natural habitat like with the Everglades, but it seems like something I really want to do. I checked online. I think the tickets are... Oh, look at that bird. That's cute. Kijk dat vogeltje, mama. Die stoel. Daar op die stoel. Juist voor u, mama. Juist voor u. She's not seeing it. She's so blind. Letterlijk voor jou. Dus weg. Okay. My mom's sitting there. Where was I? I think tickets for $32, $30. I'm really excited to do that. And one other thing I want to do that I didn't get to do last time I was in Orlando is do downtown Orlando, is to see Orlando, is to see, well, we're staying close to International Drive, but I want to be able to be like, I went to Orlando and not just do the theme parks. The only thing we're not doing this time is Kennedy Space Center because of it was too far away. It's not far away from Orlando, but we're not renting a car, and then an Uber was too much, and I was like, okay, it's amazing, it's an experience you have to have done, but I've already done it, and Emma isn't exactly really into like anything astronauts and like aero engineering and like space, but she's gonna see this vlog. It's something you need to do if you get the chance, but it's something, you know, we're there like I think 10 full days, so but yeah, I definitely want to be able to see Orlando. Orlando is located in Central Florida. It's not located near the beach, unfortunately. That sucks because, you know, Orlando is really warm, but still people are able to go to the beach unless they drive for an hour. You do have the water parks, but I want to see a bit more of Orlando. Obviously, I'm a foodie, as you can see, so I want to try out some of the restaurants. And if we get too warm, we're planning on buying the 3 park tickets for Universal Orlando Resort, so that we can do both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, and do Volcano Bay. Just to end things, I've been talking about Disney a lot, but Universal Studios, I'm definitely excited to go. I recently saw a post, I think 2 days ago, yesterday, about Universal Studios, that a theme park within a theme park, you know, the Simpsons Land, because Crustland is technically a theme park, has been there for a few, was it 14 years? It's been there for quite a few years. And I just love the Simpsons. It's my favorite, you know, it's my favorite animation, it's my favorite thing to collect, to watch. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. Every time I go to a new country, I get a tattoo. I got this one in Edinburgh, this one in Chicago, this one in Amsterdam, and I got one on my ankle. I got that one in Dublin. So I feel like I'm going to Orlando. I kind of need to get a tattoo, so I'm thinking about getting like a little Bart Simpson head to commemorate my trip, or a little alligator, because I love alligators here in Florida. But I'm really excited, and of course, of course, Harry Potter. Emma's going to be so stoked. I've shown her so many videos. I was like, you have to watch this and this and this. She was like, yeah, I kind of want to keep it a surprise as well, which I get. So I'm really excited to take her to like Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. You have Hogsmeade over in Islands of Adventure, and then you have Diagon Alley over in Universal Studios. Diagon Alley is probably my favorite because it's Diagon Alley, and Gringotts Bank, the Gringotts Bank is just it's a beautiful. Even the queue, like if you want to do the attraction, it's a beautiful. It's just a beautiful queue. I forgot the name. What was it again? Gringotts. Escape from Gringotts. Wow. Yeah. It's just, even the queue is beautiful. It sucks to wait in line, but it's beautiful. And I'm really excited because back over at Islands of Adventure, that is in Hogsmeade, they now have Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure, which I'm really excited about. And as a huge Harry Potter fan, I now read 2 books. I saw only 3 movies. I know. I kind of want to save them because they're so good. But to collect stuff, I wouldn't really. I think Emma might be, if she gets this chance to go to Ollivanders, to get a wand that that the wand chooses her, that she can buy and she can do magic in the parks. I also saw an article on the Universal website. I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. It's on the Universal Orlando Resort website. I'm not sure if it was there when I went in 2016 or how long it's been there, but let's go to the website and just click on the search button. It's right there. Okay, search. Gringotts. So Gringotts, you know, the Gringotts Bank with the dragon on top and everything. But as you can see, where is it? Oh, there. This looks pretty cool. Gringotts Money Exchange. The place to go for wizarding currency. So you can go with your US dollars for 20 or 10 or $20 and trade that for Gringotts money, and then spend the money in the Wizarding World or in certain parts of the park. And then if you have some Gringotts money left, you can always return it. That is a pretty cool experience, and I definitely wanted to give a try. I'm also really sad to see Shrek 4D gone. It wasn't the best attraction, I have to give you that. But I am a bit of a Shrek fan. I feel like my top 3 is Monsters Inc. Monsters University kind of let me down. I know it's not as big as Toy Story, but it's just my favorite movie with Boo and everything. I'm now watching Monsters at work, so it's pretty cool. Then my number 2 would be Toy Story, and my number 3 animated movie would be Shrek, which is not in the Disney list. The best ever Disney movie is probably Coco, if you ask me, but you know, like, it's from my childhood. And then in terms of, yeah, and then probably my all-time favorite movie franchise is probably Star Wars, I feel. I love Harry Potter, but I love watching Harry Potter, and that's it. And reading it. But then Star Wars, I love watching it, but I also love collecting it. I have like 2 droids. I would love to do, there's a droid workshop where you can build your own droid. I think it's $99 plus tax. I can't seem to make reservations. I click on it and it just loads and loads and loads and nothing's happening. But I would love to do it. You can check out on the official Disney website. You can see there's like, it's like with sushi. Instead of grabbing your sushi, it like goes around. There's like parts of droids and you just piece them together. There's blue, there's white, there's black. We can piece them together. It just seems really cool. You can also go build your own lightsaber, but that is $290 plus tax. You get like a box to put it in, but I can't imagine taking a lightsaber like that with me all the way back to Europe. But in terms of food and in terms of attractions, I'm really excited about things and like exploring. But also in terms of food, I can't wait to try the blue or green milk over at Galaxy's Edge. I would love to have lunch at Woody's Lunchbox, or dinner or breakfast. I'm probably gonna try and make reservations. I know I'm late, but at the Boathouse back in Disney Springs, and there's a couple of more things that I definitely want to try. I feel back in Universal, the cocktail with the blue curacao, the shark. Is it called Shark Attack? You know, you've seen videos of it where people like it's really cool. You know, it's a lot of money, like with the flaming moes, but it's part of the experience, and I don't mind just paying for food is one thing, but the whole experience around it. So I'm really excited. I will show you guys some of the planning I have done, and then stuff like that. But I hope you had some. If you have questions, please ask me. Maybe you can help me with some of the questions I have, because I haven't been in 6 years, but I'm really excited to go. And thank you. I will probably be back with another Orlando video anytime soon, but for now, thank you for watching, and have a good week. Bye, guys. Okay, so I just took over my computer and I just wanted to show you something. I know I'm a bit extra. This is a PowerPoint I made. I also made it for Emma so I could show her some stuff. Explain to her that, you know, it's not Universal Studios, it's Universal Orlando Resort, consisting out of Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay. You know, I added some videos. This is a photo of me back in 2016. I added some walkthroughs, rides and attractions. Added some videos that you can see if you click on it. There we go. There's no sound here, but there's actually the interactive wand spots. Emma's a big Harry Potter fan, so she's gonna love that. Yeah, the opening hours. This was for April. Some of the snacks, you know, just some stuff you find in the parks. Stuff that looks interesting. This is, you know, this is ET I bought in Hollywood, Universal Studios Hollywood back in 2014. I still have that ET. Volcano Bay, some videos, some stuff, what you can do back when you were allowed to film on the attractions, or Volcano Bay. There's Disney, the 4 Disney theme parks. Mine is the water parks, etc., etc. And then I made, this is very extra, but then I made a your one and only official guide to Orlando, Florida. As you can see, I made a whole index. I divided everything between the parks and then what's in the parks, what's in the vicinity of the hotel, if you're getting an Uber, you know, the parks again. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but as you can see, I do work full time, but whenever I'm at home, this is what I usually do. So yeah, that's basically it. There's just some screenshots I made of tickets and stuff I used in my PowerPoint. Well, in my keynote, actually. Something I definitely recommend on doing is download some apps. As you can see, I made a map Orlando. These are some of the apps I downloaded. The first one is Viator or Viator. I don't know how you pronounce it, but we booked a day trip with them, and I have used them in the past for Kilkenny and in Ireland. I have used them. I've used them in Miami before and Orlando itself. They do really good day trips. Then there's Undercover Tourist. I also downloaded their app because I did buy tickets with them. Ooh, crowd level 9 today. It's a pretty cool app. As you can see, you can click on it. It's like an Instagram story. They do 1 day plans, so if you only go to a park 1 day, they show you like, okay, this is what you can do in a day, this is what you can eat, etc., etc. So it's a pretty nice app. The Orlando MCO app, because we do fly into MCO. Always handy to use. And then obviously the Walt Disney World Resort app, as well as the Universal Orlando Resort. As you can see, hello guest. There you go, hello Nikita. You can change your character here. Upcoming plans, the Genie service or Disney Genie Plus, and the Universal Orlando Resort app. Oh, look at that. I had to cringe the other day. Face ID. Okay. So yeah, you can see wait times whenever the attraction is open. Obviously, it's here 1 p.m. So it's 6 hours earlier in Orlando. So yeah, definitely recommend on doing that.